Welcome back to Browns Live, powered by First Energy. Nathan Zegura alongside Browns legend Joe Thomas. And as you can see, we are decked out in our Salute to Service gear. This will be the Browns Salute to Service game this Sunday against the Houston Texans. Joe in a little bit of a throwback version with his name on it because, of course, he was a player. Mine, this is the 2020 Salute to Service hoodie, and there's a whole line of Salute to Service gear that is available at the Browns Pro Shop, online and in person. So check it out. I think it is pretty darn sharp this year. The Browns, they want to stay sharp against the Houston Texans. And to talk about that game, we welcome back in the head coach of your Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski, for this week's game preview presented by Ruoff Mortgage. And, Coach, they always say the next game is the most important game, but this feels like a big one against a Texans team that certainly can put points on the scoreboard, led by their quarterback, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the challenge. You mentioned Deshaun Watson. I think everybody has been following him since his college days and what he's been able to accomplish in the pros. He's a playmaker. He's never down. It's hard to get him on the ground, and he's just making plays both as a runner and as a thrower with a pretty special group on the perimeter. So a really big challenge for us, a well-coached team, J.J. Watt on defense, so we know that we got our work cut out for us.
Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson has had over 275 yards passing and 25 yards rushing in each of the last 4 games. Defensively, is there anything specifically that you guys can do to be able to shut down or try to limit these type of dual threat quarterbacks?
I think limit's the word. I don't know that you can go into a game and shut down Deshaun Watson, but I think lane integrity, rush lane integrity is very important when you're talking about the defensive line, to have a quarterback that can hurt you from the pocket in rhythm, and then he can buy time late in the down and make a play. So if our DNs, our defensive tackles, our linebackers, when they're rushing, safeties down by the line of scrimmage, they got to make sure that we have rush lane integrity, and our contained rushers have to make sure that they have contain.
Coach, sometimes the best defense is a great offense and a ball control offense. The Texans, the 32nd ranked run defense in the NFL, and your team getting healthy, especially with 3 guys who really could help in that run game. Nick Chubb coming back, Wyatt Teller, and Austin Hooper as well. And that brings us to today's best fan question, powered by First Energy. And it comes to us from @KingEdward15 on Twitter, and he says, what is the atmosphere at practice like knowing that Chubb and Hoop and Teller are back for this offense?
Well, I think the guys are excited anytime they see one of their teammates come back off of an injury at any point. I think they see the guys working off to the side during practice. They see them in the training room. So when they get back out there in their helmet and their shoulder pads, I think the guys do really appreciate the work that went into that. So we'll see if we get those guys back. I think Austin's a definite. With Wyatt and Nick, we're going to wait and see. But I can tell you that they do look good out there on the practice field, and we'll make a determination on whether they're ready to go late in the week.
The Texans are 2-2 in the last 4 games after starting the season 0-4 and firing their head coach. What do you think the Texans are doing differently in these last 4 games that have made them a better football team?
Yeah, I think, Joe, if you look at their schedule, they've played some really good football teams. They've played playoff football teams, the way I look at it. So I think they're starting to settle in. They know how they want to play. You definitely see an offensive scheme that's difficult to defend. You see on defense, they've got J.J. Watt up front. They line him up all over the place. You've gone against him. I mean, he's going to give you a 60 minutes type of effort. So I know that our guys understand the challenge that defense presents, especially when it's a multiple front team. And you've played these guys before. They can line up in all sorts of fronts. They can put 99 anywhere along the front. So you really have to be able to ID and communicate for 60 minutes.
Coach, thank you so much for the time, and good luck on Sunday getting back in the win column against the Houston Texans at First Energy Stadium.
Thanks, guys.